What's going on, guys? It's your boy CMB. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, smash that like button, and let's get into this one really quickly. Now, guys, the WBC had their convention today, and they made it official. Errol the True Spence Jr. is ordered to face off against his WBC mandatory and Keith one-time Thurman. Now, we heard Mauricio Suleiman, who is the president of the WBC, talk about this on Fight Hype. So it shouldn't come as a surprise to a lot of you out there. This is the fight that they wanted to have. The PBC wanted this fight all along. It's an in-house fight. It's a damn good fight, and I think this is the right fight at the right time. Even though we're not getting Terrence Bud Crawford and Errol Spence Jr., I think this is the next best thing, and honestly, I think boxing fans should be excited. Now, of course, the elephant in the room is, will Errol Spence Jr. take this fight? We've heard him talk about not facing off against Keith one-time Thurman, not wanting to give him an opportunity due to the fact when Errol was coming up and he was trying to get that fight with Keith, he felt like Keith Thurman was swerving him. So now he does. Now that the tables have turned and Errol's the top dog, he doesn't really want to give Keith that opportunity. But honestly, I think Errol will take this fight, because if he doesn't, he's probably going to be stripped of the WBC. And you guys know his big thing is to become undisputed at 147 before moving up to 154. He said this in the past, and I really don't think he wants to give that up. I really think he wants that fight with Terrence Bud Crawford. And if he has to fight Keith one-time Thurman to get there, then that's what he needs to do, in my opinion. Now, as far as the fight goes, I hear a lot of people calling Keith once upon a time Thurman. They're saying Keith's washed. I beg to differ. I think a fight like this, him getting a fight with Errol Spence Jr., is going to bring out the best in Keith one-time Thurman. You guys know he lost his hunger a while back, and I think this is a fight that will light that fire, and one time will return. The one time that we all know, the one time who was the boogeyman before Errol the True Spence Jr. I think he will return if Errol Spence Jr. says, okay, let's do this. Now, I think this is a good fight for Errol for a particular reason. Keith Thurman is a mover in the same ilk as Terrence Bud Crawford. They're boxer punchers. They move around the ring a lot, and we haven't seen Errol in the ring with that type of fighter. So I think this is a good test for him to get some work in and see how well he does against a fighter like that. If he gets past Thurman, of course, to face off against Terrence Bud Crawford, because let's face it, that's the fight that everybody wants. Everybody wants Terrence Bud Crawford versus Errol Spence Jr., and I think Keith Thurman will be a great measuring stick to see how well he looks against a boxer, puncher, and a mover. Now, as far as Terrence Bud Crawford, you guys know he has the fight coming up in December with David Avanesian, who's known as a power puncher guy. I hear a lot of people saying that, this guy, he's fighting a bum, but I beg to differ. I don't think the guy's a bum. I think he's a Russian fighter, if I'm not mistaken, and he's known for power. So we're just going to wait and see when that fight takes place how well Terrence Bud Crawford does. So I'm looking at him in the ilk of a Errol Spence Jr., a guy with a lot of power. We know Errol Spence Jr. is a power guy. He's a relentless guy, and he's very disciplined. So nice little tune-up fight for Terrence Bud Crawford. You guys know Errol said he doesn't take tune-ups. He wants big fights. And the fight with Keith one-time Thurman, that is a big fight. That's a money-making fight. That's a fight that's going to put fans in the seat. People will pay to see Errol Spence Jr. versus Keith one-time Thurman. So it's official. The WBC has ordered it. Let's see what happens with Errol Spence Jr. You guys, let me know what you think about this in the comment section, whether or not you want to see this fight. And if the fight does take place, who do you think wins? Let me know in the comment section, guys. It's the CMB. I'll talk to you guys in the next one. And I'm out. Peace.